She made $1 million acting like a dog. Life as a puppy girl. I blame the people who find this attractive and like sexually attractive to like, you know what I'm saying? They get a kink out of it. Cause like what do you gain from a girl dressing up as a dog? Acting like one.
There's a girl who's been acting like a dog.
Have you heard of the girl who has made over $1 million by acting like a dog on the
No.
internet? And when I say acting like a dog, I mean walking on all fours in public, eating dog food, urinating on the floor, and drinking water out of a toilet bowl. What? Public, eating dog food, urinating on the floor.
This is attractive. Seeing a bit basically humiliate. I didn't even say that word right. Humiliate herself. That's on TikTok. That shit says 458. And there's some space. I say some 458. So there might be a K on that motherfucker. Either way, this is not sexually attractive. This isn't like I don't know why I was like what that was, but this isn't attractive. In all honesty, you're disgusting as fuck. It's like bro.
And drinking water out of a toilet bowl.
What? She's like a furry.
If you haven't, her name is Puppy Girl Jenna. Something else that might surprise you is that I've known Jenna for nearly 4 years. First meeting her in Vegas when she was leashed up, collar and all, and have since gone on to watch her become one of the most talked about things on the internet, being covered by creators like Cody Ko, Shane Gillis, and Hamas Piker. So come with me as I travel out to her doghouse in Austin, Texas, to find out what Puppy Girl Jenna is really like.
What's funny about it is it's just a girl acting like a dog.
Jenna's gone viral for videos like these.
Bad girl, you know better than that. You pee outside.
I was right. This has 400,000 likes. Why? But when people actually show off their talent, 1,000 likes. 1,500 likes. I had an accident. I hate you. I don't know you, but you irritate me.
Bad girl, come on. Into your cage. Nope, you know better than that.
And as shocking as some of those clips are, acting like a puppy is something that Jenna was doing long before she ever posted on the internet.
So very innocently, you know, as a kid, I would beg my parents to like throw a ball and I would like run after the ball too. You know, I would like be on all fours with the dog, like our childhood dog.
I mean, I understand. I was acting like I was a lion when every time I seen Lion King, or I acted like a dinosaur every time I seen Jurassic Park or World. Not World. Park. Jurassic World's fire though. But yeah, bro, but I didn't get carried out that, you know, thinking at my big age, I can walk around like a dinosaur. No.
I would beg my parents to like walk me out on a leash. In my mind, I mean, I'm a little kid, so like it's nothing like sexual or kinky or anything.
Because what, you're like 10 or 12 at this point?
Yeah, like it just like very
10 or 12, you should stop it. Okay? Like, I understand you can use your imagination at that point still, but like asking your parents to walk you, that's weird. I don't care if it's sexual or not. I don't care. This. You look stupid. I'm sorry. Like
innocent. But I remember very distinctly when I was like 9, 10, my parents had kind of like a sit down with me and they'd be like, when is this behavior going to end?
And this behavior is not an anomaly. In fact, there are thousands of people that are a part of the puppy play community, which is actually a subsect of the pet play community.
Within it, it's kind of like puppy play, kittens, you know, like the Neko girls, bunnies, foxes, like pretty much any animals. Horses are like one of my personal faves to watch. It's incredible. They like look like horses. That's probably my favorite, like to watch and to look at because it's just so intricate.
Are there other animal play communities? Like, are there stork play communities. That's like what came to my mind.
Stork play, that would be incredible. Probably, I mean, if you can think of it, it probably exists somewhere.
Look, I'm 28 years old, and I hadn't heard of this stuff until I met
Damn.
Jenna. So how did she find out about the puppy play community at 18 years old?
Yeah, I didn't even know that there was a community out there of people who did puppy play until I was probably 18 at a rope convention. So like a Shibari rope convention, and there was a couple puppies there.
What?
And we were talking, and I was like, wait, I like have been doing this since I was a kid. Like meeting people who are actually like interested in something that I was super interested growing up. It was just kind of like a shock, and like it felt good. I didn't feel as crazy.
So this isn't a gimmick. Jenna's been acting like a
Still
dog her
crazy.
entire life. But that begs the question, is her content a realistic representation of how she actually acts? In her free time, does she really eat dog food and drink water out of a toilet bowl?
A lot of what I produce online is kind of like laughing at this aspect of my life and my personality. Real people
Still.
that really do puppy play don't really do what I do. You know, I'm kind of making fun of myself whenever I post, you know, the things that I do online. I would not classify what I do out.
But some of the stuff you did, like, irritating, bro. Like, if I genuinely saw that on my TikTok, I'd actually, like, genuinely report your account. Like, no hating, but, like,
outside in front of other people as like a scene or play or anything like that. If anything, you can totally bash me for being a public nuisance. I will take that, and I 100% am.
You and I both probably.
Yeah, a lot of people on the internet. Yes, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna drink out of this bowl at this mall, or I'm gonna, you know, be walked on the street, or I'm gonna like pose in front of like this dog store, whatever. Like I felt like it was all a big joke.
Since her content is a parody of her real-life fetish, I was curious to ask Jenna what she actually gets out of engaging in puppy play.
Puppy
Thank
play
you.
for me is very much about like comfort and submission and like being taken care of. Like when I do it privately, it's not a sexual thing at all. So I very much play it out for the camera, and I think it's fun, and I think that it's, you know, like super, but it's not as much of a turn on for me as a lot of people would think.
So, knowing that Jenna engages in non-sexual puppy play, I think it's important that she clarifies something.
Oh, a huge misconception that I think about just like puppy play in general, the type of people that overlap with like zoo and like zoophiles. I don't want anything to do with like a real dog. I don't want anything to do with a real animal in any capacity.
Good.
I
At least you're
pretend
not
like I'm a
totally crazy.
puppy. It's a headspace. I just want to be dumb and have fun and not have any worries in the world. But I do get a lot of questions about that, and I get a lot of requests from people about that, and that is
the
never
way
something.
she closed her eyes, it just made me see that, like, she has seen some dark shit for real.
That I will ever offer or entertain or anything. I find that despicable.
And while we're clarifying things, we need to address the infamous Puppy Girl Jenna death hoax.
The #1 search result when you type in Puppy Girl Jenna is Puppy Girl Jenna death.
Oh, so I didn't know about this until relatively recently, where there's like a whole bunch of people who are convinced that I died. And I found the article, and it's that I died of like carbon monoxide poisoning. Not even something cool. Like, could you make my death hoax like fun and like, I don't know, like I could have gotten like rabies or something. Like that would have
Like,
been
imagine your death hoax is like, oh, they died on a chicken wing. I died choking. Like
funny.
I
Like
mean-
I could work with that, but just like carbon monoxide poisoning.
Before we get into Puppy Girl Jenna's career on OnlyFans and how she's gone about making millions of dollars, I wanted to ask her some cold-ass questions that have been bouncing around in my head.
Much like humans, dogs can be very territorial. Would you consider yourself having any ops in the animal kingdom?
The animal kingdom. Ops in the animal kingdom. Like real animals, like in general.
Yeah, is it like chihuahuas you might not like, squirrels? It could be other dog breeds. Could be mice.
I do feel uncomfortable around squirrels. They are very like jumpy, jittery. When people used to ask me that question, I used to say cats, and I would allude to Belle Delphine because I thought it was hilarious. I love her.
happened to
She's
her?
amazing. Like shout out to Belle Delphine.
So,
she's still relevant.
slaves,
I mean,
obviously
she
bad in
still got
human
clout,
form.
but like, is she
How
still
do you
white
feel
popping?
as a puppy girl owning a dog?
Oh, okay. You really caught me off guard with that question. I was like, oh no, where are we going? Oh my God.
Answer the question.
That's good. Like if I ever get a dog, it's like, oh well, I'm just, my dog is getting a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll
Just like puppy friendship.
yeah, puppy friendship and just
Those
They are gonna be drinking
no,
out
I
of bowls
don't.
together.
I would no. For the record, I do not condone slavery. I do not in any capacity, in any form.
You might be wondering how a girl who's into non-sexual puppy play has made a
What?
career off sexualizing puppy play on OnlyFans. Well, let me introduce someone.
I'm here with Lorenzo Adams, correct?
My boyfriend.
Yes.
Nerdballer TV.
I feel like I need my lawyer present here.
But you and Jenna have a relationship, correct?
That is correct. Yes, Your Honor.
They don't have just any relationship. Lorenzo
Is the man that films.
Stop
He's
wasting
the
money
filmer.
on your
Lorenzo is the mastermind behind the entire operation, creating a detailed marketing plan that utilized short-form content to drive traffic to Jenna's OnlyFans that Lorenzo manages. One of their most profitable videos was a short clip of Jenna urinating on the ground in public that they sold for $20 and was bought by nearly 10,000 people.
10,000 people.
You're telling me 10,000 people bought a clip of a woman pissing in public? Why? And you know what's crazy? Those 10,000 people are niggas. Men. There's not one person that out of all those 10,000 people who are women. And I bet those 10,000 people were Discord warriors. Because why? What do you gain from that?
Buy that clip for like $20. That's like pretty insane. Like off that one like clip.
It's like $200,000. So my question is, for anyone out there that is judgmental,
This is
towards
why
Jenna,
aliens
would
don't
you
come to
pee
Earth.
on the ground and film it for $200,000, or would you rather work your day job for 4 years for $200,000?
It depending on your job, like I probably wouldn't quit a really good job for that one instance. You have to keep in mind there's a lot that goes into it. Like how do you even get that many people to even know you have that, like that clip exists?
On the marketing end.
You know what I'm saying? But like there's people out there who would be willing to do that, and if you told them, okay, then go do it. Like, well, okay, I'll go pee, but now what? Like how do I get that in front of that many people who are then also interested in purchasing it? So there's a lot more that goes into it to even get to the point where you can even monetize that type of content. It's not just as simple as like, oh yeah, I'll go pee if that many people would see it. Because even if they do it that once, then what? Like what do you do after that? You take that money and then you have to figure out like how do you keep that momentum going and running and stuff like that.
What's fascinating to me is you had made a comment a few days ago or a week ago that you're not really even a content creator at heart, right?
Now, this surprised me to hear because Puppy Girl Jenna is not someone who actually enjoys her career as a content creator.
I look at myself and like my goals and aspirations, and then I look at you or even at you, and it seems like content is like always like at the front of your brain, and like it's just like fascinating because like my brain just does not work like that at all. Like I think like long term wise, like I don't feel like a content creator, and I feel like it's definitely like a detriment to myself, but I'm just out here having a good time.
Yeah, which is true. I mean, like at the end of the day, like she's like she didn't get into this because oh my god, I love making content. Yeah, and if honestly, again, if she really wanted to, like, she would be trying to collab with everyone, fly everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely try to produce the amount of content that she's comfortable with.
Yeah, I feel like when you commodify your personality, there is like a fine line between like, oh, I could make this much money, but at what cost to like my mental health and how much I enjoy my life.
I could have made like a lot more money, and I could be a lot more relevant, but I just like don't care.
With that said, the financial side of acting like a dog on the internet's got to be pretty enticing if she's been doing it for 4 years.
Being a human is not always the most lucrative career. How does being a dog pay?
That's good. I like how you worded it. I have been
I told you I have some.
There's nothing wrong with this video. There's nothing. And the woman seems like a cool person. It's more so due to the fact that I feel like that 10,000 people mark actually like pissed me off. Like it genuinely pissed me off. Cause it's like, what do you gain? What did that do for you? Like, oh my god, bro.
Dumb questions.
I've been extremely blessed in like my finances. Over my career, there was like a point in time where I was making like 6 figures a month, that's not a real number. Like it's just not like real. But like over the lifetime of my kind of business and everything, like I've been very fortunate and to make like over $1 million, and like that's insane. Like that is crazy to me that like so many people have either like supported me. That is crazy to me that like so many people.
Oh, my chest, that kind of hurt. 44.7 million views. The hashtag. Okay. I would have rather seen than like the account, but
People have either like supported
Okay.
me or thought that it was weird enough in order to be like, I'm kind of curious. I want to see how this is. So, again, I'm very fortunate. Most of the things that I'm able to do now, like I'm a avid reader. I love art. And so I'm able to like go take, trips across the country and go to museums that I've always wanted to go to.
Reading and traveling aren't the only interest that Puppy Girl Jenna has outside of her job. I want to show you 2 of her favorite hobbies, the first of which is cooking.
All right, for those that didn't
Okay.
know,
What's she cook?
Jenna is actually an immaculate cook. Here's the breakfast spread that she has put out for us. What do we have here, Lorenzo? Break it down.
Honestly, this is like a light work for Jenna. This is not really anything crazy, but it's still really good.
Yeah, people might not know. I've been over here where they've had like an elaborate duck dinner. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, that was crazy. I remember. I do remember that.
I personally think that Puppy Girl Jenna is probably the best puppy cook. The Puppy Girl
the hell
Jenna
was that
food
woman?
exclusive
Was that her?
breakfast edition. You ain't know about that, boy.
I mean, it's nothing special.
that was not her.
Extravagant by
Who
my
was that
standards.
other
I just
woman
whip
that
up
just
some
got a
scrambled
plate?
eggs, and I feel like I'm Chef Boyardee in that hoe.
Chef Boyardee.
Another hobby you might not expect the Puppy Girl to have is training and caring for birds.
Jenna is the proud
Oh, that parrot. It's parrot. It's a parrot. It's a macaw.
owner of a, what is it called?
Macaw.
So he's a Camelot macaw. He's a second generation hybrid between a Catalina and a Scarlet. He just turned a year in January.
He's a
The
baby.
color on this bird is incredible.
He's a
Come
baby.
here. So he's a blue-green Camelot.
Oh my
He
God.
has all these like beautiful
like a-
blue-green
it's like a
feathers. He's still
blue
a baby.
macaw
He
with
hasn't
some
molted all of his
splash
feathers
of
yet.
Give you a little touch. Oh man, you soft. And
Isn't
you
he soft?
Yeah. So, have you learned anything about like animals or yourself or birds through owning this?
Patience. I've learned. I was up,
I was gonna say, I know that
3
thing
times a day,
probably
feeding him, teaching him how to free fly, how to fly in general, how to walk around, how to perch. So I learned a lot of patience. And driving too, I had never driven farther than like Dallas.
Really?
From here, yeah, like now we've been.
Why is she in Texas? Why is she in Texas? She lives in Austin. Okay, I mean, at least she ain't nowhere near me. But like, why are you in Texas? Why are you in Texas?
Really?
From here, yeah, like now we've
Is that a
been
street
to every.
I mean, Shreveport, like, right, damn near, like,
Dallas.
right next.
Really?
From here, yeah, like now we've been to everywhere, like all the way up to like New England, I think was like my furthest that I drove with him. I think we did like 30 hours on the road just so he would be able to
With a
fly
bird?
for a couple days.
Will
In
he
the
step
car?
on me if I put my arm out, or
We can try.
it won't offend him?
No.
Will I just do like a gesture towards his stick?
I don't think that would be a good idea, bro.
I want to touch your hands. Oh, it's a handshake. Oh man, I love that.
I mean, I feel like it's not a ton different than having like a dog, you know? He's just a wickedly intelligent dog that can fly.
Do you feel like you relate to him in that?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, you're right. Not the flying part. That would be fun.
I'm sure this video would get a lot more views and be an easy slam dunk for me if I was negative to Jenna this entire time. But I think the reality of who she actually
I
is.
mean, she seemed like a cool person. It's like she don't seem like weird. Usually, when people do stuff like this, or like in any type of way like that, they're not even like weird for real. They just doing it just to do it. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes it's like, bro, goddamn.
and who she portrays herself to be online is really fascinating and worth showing you guys. Not to mention, Jenna and Lorenzo were actually two of the first YouTubers to be kind to me. I met them when I barely had 2,000 subscribers, and they let me into their home to do a house tour and even took me out to an expensive dinner. So I would like to thank them for their kindness and also for the opportunity to film this. As always, the extended cut is on Patreon, and I would like to ask you guys, if you're not following me on Instagram and Twitter, please do so now. Post a lot of fun stuff on there, and we get the cold ass ride together. So I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Well, yeah, this is a video I've wanted to
Peace
do
out, my
for
brother.
3 years, and I really appreciate you guys finally letting me do it and giving me your time. Is there anything else you guys want to
names.
plug? Say to the people out there.
Check
Shout
out
out to
Lorenzo
Patreon.
Dollar TV.
Silky.
My stuff. I have a Twitter,
Breeze.
Puppy Girl Jenna. My
Thanks.
Instagram. What? Oh no. Are you okay? Oh god.
They got the Henny. Is that Hennison? That's a Hennison. Oh Lord, it's time to go to bed. Yeah. I mean, that was cool. It's just like I don't like the fact that people pay so much for that, bro. Because it's like, what does it do for you, brother? You need help.